Ron, could you talk about the challenge of preparing your offense to face your former defensive coordinator?
It was tough. I know talking to Luke, I know he and Mike Shula sat down and talked about what to expect, and it was right along those lines. The thing that you got to give credit to Coach McDermott and his coaching staff on all phases of their football team. They played very hard. They played very physical, and they're going to grow into a very good football team, in my opinion.
Ron, obviously win's a win, but I assume you would like to have scored on those 2 drives where they're end zone breakups.
Very much so. You would have loved to have the opportunity to put the ball in the end zone. We missed one. We took a big shot and dropped it, unfortunately. But we still gave ourselves an opportunity when we put ourselves in position to score points. It is tough to win in this league when all you do is kick field goals. But again, like I said, you got to give them credit because they played very hard as well.
Limited them to 3 points. What did you see out of your D-line today?
I thought the D-line was good. I thought they did a couple of really nice things. I thought they applied the pressure. They tried to keep this quarterback contained. This is a very elusive and dangerous quarterback. He forced us to do certain things to try and keep an eye on him, which allowed some other things to happen. This was a little bit of a chess match for us on the defense just because of the quarterback's ability. They've got some tremendous weapons, and as I said, as this team grows and develops and learns and believes in what they're doing, they're going to become a good football team.
Ron, what's Greg Olson's status?
We'll find out tomorrow. I know he's going to see Dr. Anderson, and we'll go from there. All I know right now is they put him in a walking boot. I saw him on the sidelines in the boot, and we'll see once he sees Dr. Anderson, I guess, tomorrow.
What had happened with Cam when he went down?
Oh, he just twisted his ankle a little bit, and he was on the ground. They just wanted to make sure they got a good exam before they let him move it.
Coach, you guys held Zay Jones pretty much in check most of the game until that last drive. He started to get open. What was it? How did you guys keep him?
Well, the biggest idea as far as that last drive was concerned is keep the ball in front of us. Just keep the ball in front of us, make them systematically chew the clock up. Early on, we wanted to be physical with their receivers, get hands on as much as we could. We tried to mix up our coverages. As I said, this is a good young football team. I love their young, skilled positions. I think their wide receivers are going to come into a very good group, and I am a big fan of Zay Jones. We really liked him coming out of the draft, and Buffalo got him, and he's a young man that's going to be a good player for him.
You guys saw some success, especially early on in the middle of the field, getting the ball and those chunk plays to the receivers. I'm assuming part of the game plan there for you guys once you saw people drawing toward McCaffrey.
Yes, we felt we could get the ball over the top. Again, they stay tight on Christian. The unfortunate thing is that they mixed up their rush a little bit and got some pressure on our quarterback before those routes came open, before Cam had an opportunity to release the ball. But when he did have the time, you saw the plays that were made. I thought both Kelvin and Devin came up big for us in critical situations for some big catches. Very pleased with that. I thought, again, we saw Jonathan grind it out, with about 9 minutes to go. I thought he did an excellent job running hard. I thought the O-line came together and blocked up front and did the things that we needed to give ourselves a chance, to kick that last field goal. So that was big.
Did Sean dial up an increase in pressure as the game went on?
Yes, when you watched them, I thought they got very aggressive. I thought he and Leslie Frazier did a nice job with their defense. I thought their defensive front was very active and created a lot of problems for us.
How much did you miss Ryan? How much did you miss Ryan Khalil today?
We missed Ryan. It was tough. Wake up this morning, come in, and the first thing they tell me is he's got a crick in his neck. So they thought they might be able to work it out, and unfortunately, he just couldn't. So we decided to go with Tyler. Tyler did an excellent job. But again, you like to have that steady, cool, calm hand in there. But Tyler played a heck of a football game as well.
How important is it for your team to be able to hold on in such a low-scoring game?
I think it's very important. I think it shows that we don't have to play at our best to win. We played hard. That's one thing. We didn't play as smart as we needed to at times. I thought we missed a lot of opportunities, unfortunately, but again, they forced us to miss some opportunities. As I said, you want to give these guys credit. This is going to be a good football team, and people better not sleep on them. We've got a lot of things that we'll learn from, and hopefully, our guys aren't as bad off as it could be, and we'll find out tomorrow about how some of those guys are.
How would you evaluate Darrell Williams' game today?
I thought Darrell did some good things, but he missed some things as well. I mean, it's one of those things. I got to really look at the tape, and see how things were going. But again, like I said, there's 2 teams out there, and you got to give credit to both of them for playing hard.
Ron, the third and goal pass from Cam looking for Christian, is that one of those things, again, you love the read, love the decision?
Everything, everything about it. Just, you know, we'd like to get it down a little bit, you know. And again, we'll keep working on those plays. We'll keep going through those things, and you know, and again, you know, if we don't play as sharp as we can be, and yet we're still be able to be victorious, that's a big thing.
Coach, talk about Pepper's performance today.
Oh, Pep was awesome. Again, I thought he played hard. You know, the one thing is I think he's kind of found a niche here with us, the way we rotate our guys and try to keep these guys as fresh as we can to get them on the football field. You know, again, that's one of the things that's a big plus for our front. You know, we were able to get guys in and keep them rolling and try to keep them as fresh as we can to get the pressure.
Ron, what were you guys doing in that first half? Because obviously special teams did a great job, couldn't flip the field on you. But defensively, you were really bottling up, didn't get past midfield. I think only one first down in the first half.
Well, some of the things that we did in terms of mixing the coverages, I thought Coach Wilkes called a nice game. We ran different types of pressures. We ran zone pressures. We ran man pressures. We played zone coverage. We played man coverage. I thought we disguised well for the most part. You know, we were trying to put these guys in position to have success, and early on we were able to do that. In the second half, I think they picked up on a couple of things. We were able to block some things up. But also the truth of the matter is their quarterback got active. He had a couple of big runs. They didn't really run a bootleg in the first half. I think they ran 3 in the second. That resulted in some big plays for them as well. So, you know, they got to give them credit. They came out and did some good things, and you know, we were able to adjust later on in the half, and you know, and slow them down.
Ron, Sean McCoy very much held in check today. You talked all week about how dangerous
he is. Very dangerous, and that was one of the things that we came in. We felt we had to make sure we were very gap disciplined against them. And then when he went out into the routes, we had to make sure we had 2-3 guys coming to get them. We couldn't let him get out there on his own, and I thought we did a nice job with that.
Ron, you talked about Taylor being able to step up on some of those plays, being able to take off, but it just seems like the outside pressure from the defensive line just continued to wreak havoc all the game long. I know you spoke highly of them a couple weeks ago. I mean, just what is it about that unit and just how they continue just to grow?
Well, I think, again, it's what you said. They're growing together. They're getting used to one another. You know, adding a player like Pep, you know, is a huge plus because of who he is and what he brings to the table. But there's also a synergy that they have to develop and feel. You know, the different combinations that Coach Washington uses is important, that those guys continue to work together, practice together, and get a good feel for one another.
Ron, I think the broadcast might have caught you grinning a little bit when Cam slid on that long run instead of maybe barreling through the coverage like you might have done in the past.
Yeah, that was a pleasant thing to see, and you know, again, he made some good decisions, and you know, just the operation part, the execution part for him, we got to continue to work on it and push on him and press on him, and you know, keep holding him, you know, to his standard. You know, he wants to be so good, but right now, you know, he's still developing, getting back into it. You know, having come off the off-season shoulder surgery.